G'day guys and welcome to another one of my Digimon ReArise videos. This is a video I was not expecting to make. They've decided to release SHINEGREYMON Burst Mode on Global as the next main Digimon. Whoever is coming up with the global release schedule is on absolute crack. I tell you what, this guy came out of nowhere. Seriously, he is so early and he is going to wreak absolute havoc on global. In this video, what we're going to do is we'll have a look at his stats, his skills. We'll compare him to Digimon you might find in the current global meta. Then we'll actually jump into the game. We'll test him out on the JP side, in the Underworld Dungeon, in Clash Battle, and of course in PvP. Let's start by looking at his stats. Let's look at HP first. As you can see, his HP is not incredibly high when ranked against these other Digimon. His HP is sitting at 7420. If you look at Apocalypse, it's 10,400. That's not a big issue, and you'll find out why once we look at his skills. That low HP is really not a big issue. Let's have a look at his power. He is yellow, so he's a power type Digimon. It's quite high. 4333 compared to a bit lower than the OG Omegamon. It's higher than Zwart though, so quite a high power, which is good when we have a look at his kit. Well, it's never going to be a bad thing to have high power, but it's good when we have a look at his kit in a minute. Defense, absolute monster in the defense department. 4140 defense. Compare that to Apocalypse. It's almost 1,000. It's more than 1,000 more than Apocalypse. Like absolutely crazy defense. SHINEGREYMON sitting at 2,500, so he's got so much defense. He's a yellow Digimon. He is geared towards defensive capabilities, but this guy has some firepower too. Speed, he's not a fast boy. None of the yellows are. 22 speed. He's not going to be breaking any land speed records there. Let's have a look at his stats now. Just put him up the top. Right. Let's have a look at his skills. At skill level 10, 360% to 4 enemies. This is his main skill. Increased block rate, which is negligible, and 50% chance to inflict burn to 4 enemies. Let's combine that with his sub skill. At level 10, 230% damage to all enemies, 40% chance to inflict burn again, and reduces all enemies' status ailment resistance by 30%. So, what does that mean? You use his sub skill, you have a 40% chance to burn, plus 30% chance status ailment resistance. Then you use his main skill, you get another 50% chance to burn. This is on almost all the enemies as well. And you have that extra 30% from the status ailment resistance. That is so much chance to burn. This skill hits all enemies, this skill hits 4 enemies. Ugh, it's burn city. Let's combine that with his passive. Permanently increase power to all yellow allies, including himself, by 80%. If you don't know, burn, all damage over time is calculated off your Digimon's tech or your Digimon's power. That includes buffs. This guy's burns hit like a house on fire, literally. On top of that, remember how we said his HP wasn't very high? Scrap that, 10,000 shield from the start of the battle. So even though he only has 7,400 HP, just whack another 10,000 on top of that. There isn't that many Digimon, especially in the meta, that are piercing shields at the moment. So basically you have to either use a status effect like damage over time to get rid of that, or you need to actually hit it off him. He is so tanky with his high defense, his massive power and burn chance. He is going to absolutely wreak havoc on the global side. He's coming out so early, guys. Like, so ridiculously early. Oh, man. He's also coming out with this guy, SHINEGREYMON RM. This guy's nothing special. You can have a quick look at his skills. He increases his own power. That's pretty much it. And tech rate. He's nothing special. The true prize of this banner is going to be SHINEGREYMON Burst Mode. Enough of me talking. Well, I'm still going to keep talking, but we're going to have some gameplay. We're going to check him out in Clash Battle, Underworld Dungeon, and PvP. See if we can wreak some absolute burn chaos. Let's do it. Alright, we're over in Clash Battle now. I'm running him on a fairly heavy yellow team, simply because it gives that huge power buff to all of my yellow allies. So I'm running him with Alta S, who builds up his power over time. Beelzemon as my hard-hitting power Digimon. He doesn't get a buff from Shine though. Here's my SHINEGREYMON. I'm running him 75% crit, and I'm running the Anniversary Yellow Rasenmon GM mode, who boosts counter power. So let's see how he goes. He is not an ideal Digimon in Clash Battle. He's tanky, he can survive. If the Digimon is susceptible to burn, you can get a little bit of extra damage off. But as you'll see here, he is not the ideal partner for Clash Battles. So if you're lacking in the power Clash Battle department, this guy won't do it for you. There you go, 124,000 crit. So not extreme damage. This guy is skill level 10 as well. So nothing too insane there. But he does support your other yellow Digimon, I guess, which is something. I personally don't run him in my Clash Battle teams. Oh, have a look at this friendship animation. Sick. Oh, it's so badass. We didn't get a crit there. Didn't do overly a lot of damage either, but it looks so freaking cool, man. One of the best, one of my favorite partner animations in the whole game. Really wicked. He doesn't have any status protection, so you need to be careful of damage over time, stuns, immobilization skills, things like that. Have a look at this skill again. It's even got the footsteps. It's so cool, man. 100k. So you're not going to be running him as your partner Digimon often, and you probably won't be including him on your Clash Battle teams. As you can see, Beelzemon Blast Mode does a way better job of cleaning up Clash Battles. Let's watch this again. Oh, it's so good. Oh, the footsteps are so weighty. I love it. I love it. Alright, this is a long Clash Battle. Hopefully we can clear it. What have we got? 42 seconds left. Come on, Shine. I've really been trying to prioritize SHINEGREYMON here just to showcase him. Obviously, you can clear this much faster. Oh, it's going to be a close one. It's a nail biter. Oh, friendship skill. This will finish it off. Nice. Excellent. So there's his Clash Battle showcase. What we're going to do now is we're going to jump over into the Underworld Dungeon and we'll test him out as our main tank / damage dealer in that mode. So I'll see you there. Alright, over in the Underworld Dungeon, of course I'm running my classic Underworld Dungeon team. You can run Tsukuyamon Miko mode on global now, which will make your Underworld Dungeon runs so much easier. You would use this guy as your main damage dealer, and he's quite a good tank too because of that shield. He's not going to be taking much damage. The side effect, of course, is you don't have much status protection, so you'll definitely need to provide that for him if you're running him in the Underworld Dungeon. Burn is really good if you're facing some harder waves that you can't quite one-shot. You can just set up your burn and just watch the enemies melt away, even though his skills do quite a lot of damage. Also, his friendship skill hits 4 enemies, so it's really good for clearing waves as well. Oh, it's so good. Probably, he's a mid-tier damage dealer in the Underworld Dungeon. With the right support, he can be quite useful. That shield will mean he will last a long, long time. He does quite a bit of damage. If you're running any other yellow Digimon, he'll be able to support them to hit harder in the Underworld Dungeon as well. Mid-tier there, nothing spectacular, but definitely usable. I wouldn't shut him out straight away. All right, let's head over to what everyone's been waiting for, player versus player. Alright, here we are in PvP. This is my setup for my SHINEGREYMON. He's got his 2 target plugins, one with power and crit, one with power and HP, I believe. I'm also running him with 3 other yellow Digimon and a Beelzemon Blast Mode. So it's not really a meta team on JP at the moment. I'm hoping for just absolute burn chaos. Let's see what we can do. So my strategy here is to use Heavy Leomon. You could use Craniumon on Global to do the same sort of thing. To kind of absorb as many hits as possible and let the burn do the work. Unfortunately, the enemy has a Heavy Leomon as well, so I'm going to have to deal with him first before I can start spreading burn. So this kind of brings Craniumon back into contention. Combined with the burn, it's actually a pretty good combo. Alright, we're cleared up here. Let's go. I use the sub skill first just to reduce their status ailment resistance. As you can see, we've already got 2 burns around. Alright, pretty much every single Digimon has burn on them now. Now let's watch them. Whoa, I'm in trouble here. I'm in big trouble. Can we pull it off? Oh, and he's stunned. Doesn't matter. We've got the burns off. We've got the burns off. Look at that. If they do a follow-up attack, they're taking like 4,000 extra. Look at that damage, man. That's just from the burn. Come on, attack me. Do it. Oh, that was a 6,000 burn. Counters and follow-up attacks are going to be your death if you're facing a SHINEGREYMON burst mode. Seriously. Let's jump back in again. That was a good win, actually. That was a fairly meta JP team, and SHINEGREYMON put in the work. Alright, same strat again. Oh, this kind of looks like a team you might face on Global, minus the Omegamon Merciful mode. Sub-skill, we've got 2 burns. Look, that nearly one-shot an Alphamon Oryukin. Almost. He's gone now, though. Alright, I'm using a Dispeller here. This could be your Apocalypse, for example. A defensive support, this could be your SKULLGREYMON. So you can actually build a team fairly similar to this on Global already, just with a few substitutions. Unfortunately, they have blinds on them, so we can't see the burn absolutely tear them apart, but we saw it in the last video. 4 to friggin' 6,500 damage from the burn. If they do a follow-up or a counter attack, man, they're taking like 8,000 damage from burn in one turn. It's really powerful. Our SHINEGREYMON hasn't even been scratched either. Let's talk about his defense, man. That shield is really good, and that's a lot of HP. 10,000 is a lot of HP. So there you have it, a full showcase for SHINEGREYMON Burst Mode, the earliest and probably going to be broken Digimon on Global really, really soon. Let me know if you guys are summoning for this guy on the Global side, or if you already have him on JP and you love to use him. If you want to see more PvP from this guy, I have a video called 100% Win Rate Team, which features this guy as the main damage dealer when he first released on JP. So you can see how much chaos he ensues when you use this guy in PvP. Honestly, it's a hard Digimon to skip because of how good he is and how early he's dropping in the meta. Make sure you like the video, guys. Check that you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next Digimon ReArise video. Bye!